This is WIS 10.
Oh, welcome into your news at 4. We begin this evening with breaking news out of Orangeburg County. Well, a plan to double the number of homes at a proposed development in Lexington County isn't sitting too well with some of the people who live nearby. Columbia police are investigating a deadly shooting off of West Beltline Boulevard. The shooting happened around 1:30 early Saturday morning at the Colony Apartments. Well, turning now to our top stories this morning, a former South Carolina Department of Juvenile Justice employee is voicing her frustration with the agency's leadership. A Richland County man is speaking exclusively with WIS after he was wrongfully indicted, arrested, and detained, accused of several drug and gun crimes that he did not commit. Well, the city of KC now joining a growing list of cities to pass a hate crime ordinance. Sunrise Gamecock softball is gearing up for its postseason. Plus, USC baseball is looking to regroup after another series loss. We've got a look at sports coming up.
Live from Columbia, South Carolina, WIS News 10 starts with breaking news.
2 Columbia Richland firefighters were airlifted to the hospital after being hurt while fighting a massive 2-alarm fire. Reporting here in Richland County.
Open up here at 12:30, but people were already in line closer to 11 o'clock. I want you to go ahead and take a look at these lines right now here at the Colonial Life Arena. Everybody just out to kind of show that love, show that support for our Gamecocks women's basketball team. As you can see, I mean, it's lit out here. We got everybody just here ready to celebrate our women's basketball team. Now look, okay. Gamecock, baby. Gamecock, baby. I mean, so let's talk about it. I got some real fans with me right now.
Do you really think you're going to win, especially with what the polls are showing right now?
Well, the polls showed the same thing in New Hampshire, and we moved 25 points in the last 3 weeks of the election.
Finley Park for the entire community to enjoy is loading here at Finley Park. Take a look. Construction is going strong, and city leaders say the vision they have for Finley Park is on track to be completed by this fall. Well, if you live down here on Whaley Street, this is a sound that you are much too familiar with, but a project that's been in the works for 4 years now could have a huge impact for the people who live down here, not just on what you see, but what you hear. The students I spoke with Wednesday morning were calling yesterday's fiasco a mixed message. First, they were told that classes would be canceled and the campus was closed. Then they were told that the campus was back open and classes would resume as scheduled, just to be told yet again that classes were canceled and the campus was closed.
It was just confusing because they uncanceled it kind of late at night, which didn't really make sense.
Donovan Small's mother and father have been in that courtroom all week, reliving the senseless and tragic moments leading up to their only son's death. But they told me earlier this afternoon that guilty verdict was well worth it.
Something I've been waiting for since April 14th, 2019, is to find the person's guilty who murdered Donovan. And now we have that, and it's just like, wow, it's finally here. I'm happy that he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison, but I'm still sad because I don't have my son.
38 years to be exact. I remember talking to Ms. Deborah Gutierrez just weeks before this trial even began, and I remember her telling me, she had to mentally prepare herself to face McDowell again. Just 6 weeks ago, my colleague Naomi Popa was in this very neighborhood on this same road speaking to the owner of this home to my right. And I also want to take you over this way. Now, this is the parking garage over here. This is going to be the last thing left standing after demolition is complete. And I'm going to get to some updates. I spoke to law enforcement. But first, I want you all to hear from State Representative Justin Bamberg.
Especially right here. Yeah. I have a family there, and they can live.
You can't leave?
They can leave right now. They said my niece is stuck over there with the car.
What we were seeing earlier this afternoon was some major flooding, but as you can see, the water has receded. I mean, it's truly a somber day here in Charlotte as members of law enforcement and members of the community came together to mourn the loss of those 4 fallen officers.
If the remains are in fact Tommy, then we can move forward.
That's Sheila Braley's hope after a car identical to her missing brothers was pulled out of a swamp on Tuesday morning with human remains inside.
It's difficult to move because we don't know what happened to him.
Braley says her brother Tommy Braley disappeared on August 25th back in 2017. Investigators say surveillance video captured Braley leaving the now closed Brewer's Bar and Grill around 2:30 in the morning. They say he was last seen getting into a silver BMW.
He was in the back of the vehicle, still in there.
Adam Brown works with a local nonprofit that specializes in finding missing people. Brown has been working on Braley's case for 3 years. He says he and his partner just decided to check the swamp on Tuesday morning. That random check led to this.
I sent my underwater drone down and I could actually get a picture, an image of the vehicle I saw. It was a silver. The first thing I saw when I set the drone down, it was a silver vehicle. I saw one of the windows was partly down, and I kept going around the vehicle, and then we eventually saw it was a BMW. And at that moment, we knew it was Tommy's car.
After finding the car with the body inside, Brown contacted law enforcement. Later that morning, Braley got a call from the Sumter County coroner saying they may have found her brother.
It was like bittersweet. I was happy and I was emotional at the same time.
And while the coroner has not officially identified the body, he too believes it's Tommy Braley.
Some things that were found inside the vehicle that I can't allude to were pretty much confirmed by us as to who this individual was.
Coroner Baker says it'll take less than 2 weeks for them to identify the body. If it is Tommy Braley, his sister hopes to have a proper burial for him.
So we're claiming completion, and this new year forward should be better because we would know where Tommy is.
In Sumter, I'm Ashley Jones, WIS News 10.